sportsNOLA.com. Lenny Vangilder visiting with Newman head coach Nelson Stewart. And Nelson, it's that time of year again. You prepare from the time the last whistle blows in the fall last year all the way up to get ready to start the season this year. Tell us about the Greenies in 2013.
Well, we're awful excited about, the year that's in front of us. We've had a lot of young players that have been seasoned over the past 2 seasons kind of coming up through our program. There's a lot of enthusiasm, around the school and around football right now. I think that, we're led by our quarterback, Jabari Tyler, obviously, running back Kendall Bussey. But believe it or not, we're most excited about our players up front. We've got some size back, some kids that have, gone through the ranks, the past few years. And we expect to be physical. We expect to play the right way, and they have high hopes for themselves. But there's no better time of year than before that first scrimmage. You put the pads on, you look around, you can feel it, and I know our kids are bursting, ready to go.
What's the biggest area of improvement you've seen in this team from when you left them in November?
Well, I'd like to think there are 2. First off, up front, I think offensive, defensive lines. We are bigger. There's more experience assignment-wise. I think we've seen a huge improvement. And then defensively, I think that was our major point of emphasis off season. Get back to our base 4-man front. We ran a stack last year, a little bit of a gambler's defense because of some personnel issues, but I think we're going to be more sound defensively. We tackled well in the spring, and when you put those things together, hopefully you hope that gives you a successful football team.
Our sportsNOLA and WHNO audience will get a chance to see your team in Week 5 against Carver, arguably the game of the year last year in high school football in Louisiana, 72-68. What was that game like? What were you feeling like afterwards?
I didn't know whether I needed to hug my wife or go to the hospital. It was a long night. Your heart's beating out of your chest, and both sides were scoring so fast you couldn't keep up. It was hard to keep focus. It was pandemonium all over. I tell people it was the only game that I ever coached where, as the game got in the second, third quarter, the stands were filling up. People were literally coming to the game because they were hearing about it. I think it said so much about both programs. It was a magical night, and I remember telling the guys, almost trembling after, you're going to not just tell your kids, you're going to tell your grandkids about this night. It had everything that high school had to offer. I think, both schools, would like to think very well coached, very competitive, great sportsmanship. Byron S. and what they do at Carver is excellent. We went against 3, tremendous Division I football players. Guys I got to coach in the All-Star game and know even better. And it was a game of a lifetime, and it's one I'll never forget.
Newman head coach Nelson Stewart. Stay with us here at sportsNOLA.com for much more prep coverage.